Buenos dias, buenos tardes, buenos noches, mi amigos, and good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to everybody all around the world. And thank you for joining us today for another Left 4 Dead 2 competitive shoutcast. My name is MK. I'll be your caster and cameraman for today, and I am not running solo. I'm running with Nine. How you doing, my friend?
I'm doing great, MK. We're here with Yatagarasu versus Noskillch Academy. I gotta say, these are two teams that wouldn't typically be on your stream maybe earlier in 2024. So they have been grinding, and I'm sure that they're very excited to be on the MK stream here. We're here on Crash Course Rerouted. Let's get into it.
Yeah, I never saw this map before, but opening attack nonetheless will be TriCast with the spit. No Hunter. Smoker's gonna pre-spawn first. Charger comes in, does take the Jock guy. They'll get the spit, but no pounds come out. I think one tick of damage went onto Francis, I think. Yes, it did when he went through the spit. An opening hit does find a decent amount of damage. And just like that, no, we're already into the first tank of this tournament match, and it will be in the hands of Smiley Face. I believe that's who that is. And his other teammates are Sexito, Simp, and Blood. When you take the other side for us right away.
All right, for Yatagarasu, we got Learning, Fani NG, Zaki NG, and Aimer. Of course, Learning, interesting addition to the roster here for Yatagarasu. Also, quick clarification before the tank comes in. This is round one of playoffs, just so y'all know. No team going to be going home here. But alas, Curve Rocks attempted. Some early chip. And Todd's just going to send it right in. Trying to find a corner. Does eventually find it. 3K. Oh, double smack. And he's got three in the corner now. Only gets a single there. No, just going to be keeping Francis in the corner. Keeps him. He's about dead. In comes the support. Finds two. Can the tank finally going to finish one off? Of course, he did not pop pills. And they're going to finish this up.
Yeah, they do manage to survive. Interesting take that they choose to go in there. There's not as many hittables. There's a lot more open area back towards the safe room, but they choose to take it in there, which is pretty standard for regular Crash Course here. No, but look at the penalty. They lose about 50% HP on the tank. A lot of it's really just left DBing, but there is still some permanent HP on three survivors, just not learning.
Okay, another hit ready to go. Immediately sending it in. Hunter going to try to... Oh, they do find it eventually. Hunt spit. Going to be good. Aimer goes into a safety corner. But yeah, they're definitely getting the damage through. Got about 290 bonus left. With the place that they took the tank in, you got to expect some good damage to come out nonetheless, though. So they do manage to scrape by with a lot of DB. We'll see if they can hold on to that.
And they finally give their slow survivor pills now. So it's a long time he was walking slow. They are able to be fast, but the pill bonus has now been exhausted. And they're going to probably check up at the choke point and hit over this transition of the train car. At least if they have map knowledge now, this would be the way to go. Once you're on top of the roof and off the scaffolding, falling down does 3 to 4 damage, I believe. So there is a consequence for that if you jump off. And if you do jump on the bus, you will not be able to reach over to the train. But you have to take that route over there now. There's no choice. And it looks like they want to spring the trap early, not later.
Jockey, Hunter, Charger, Spit. Two above, two below. They do eventually start walking a third up. It's just going to be the bait. Waiting for the SI attack still. Hunter, of course, already spawning, giving the noise cues. In they jump. Charger on the head is going to manage to take Bill into the corner with the spit as well. It does manage to land, but they'll be able to get across now.
About 10% now. That was pretty good. That's pretty decent. I mean, they didn't get the reset that they really wanted because they hit early, but it's more difficult to hit later here now because you have the sign, the naked sign actually, come to think of it, has no billboard on it, but you've got to jump around it, making spawns very predictable. So I like the catch and doing them in the back there, and reward was about 10% bonus, but now that they're coming up on the end of this map, they just have to go across the bridge, and the infected look ready to go. It's a Poo 2 here, no, not the best to have. I think they're going to go quick. Smoker lands on Aimer. Jockey gets M2'd while the guy's being pulled. And it looks like it's going to be a charge spit coming up as they're going to hold on to that spit.
I think that's a good call. There is so much DB wrapped into this. Lewis and Francis very vulnerable to losing a lot of this remaining 214 bonus. We see the spit save, of course. We're guaranteed a charge and a hunter. Going to get a boomer as well, keeping the 2-2, but with much stronger SIs to combine into a big hit.
And this is going to be... Oh, wait a minute. And this is after boomer. I don't think they send anything Navi. They're going to wait to the last possible minute or just pick on one of the slow survivors as they transition in. See if that's what they do. And it looks like that's exactly what they plan on with the hunter coming from the rear.
Okay.
Reloading. I think I'm hurt bad.
Ready to go. They continue to bait. Charge spawns in. Finds nothing. Hunt. Spit will be good with a couple smacks. And down goes Aimer.
All right, Tiger, up and at him. Nobody's leaving anyone behind.
Jockey. Continue to interrupt. Should be able to get that pickup easily. And walk their way in. But Noskillch Academy did manage to take away a little bit of the remaining bonus. Once they get the pickup, it's actually, I mean, it's not that bad for Yatagarasu. Pretty impressive that they managed to hold on to what they did.
They will put up 176 bonus. They do make it. Chapter 1, of course, not worth that many points, just like Parish 1, and it is a shorter map. It could be argued it could be worth a little bit more here and now, but how short it's been since the original the original version they came out, it is like 50% shorter. So I think it's a good call.
All right.
Interested to see what Noskillch Academy is going to go for as far as taking the tank. Got some options available to them. We saw a lot of damage, pretty much unpreventable damage come out. It was almost close to some multi-smacks, a little bit too close at times, but they did manage to avoid it.
And like running back to the safe room area isn't terrible now. I mean, they'll give spawns above them, but it's a long rocket, so they're going to have to take a lot of bullets if they want to rocket off that rooftop. And there is only 2 hittables the tank really has. And he has to bring them from far away, so it's not like they're right there. It's only the hatchback, and then there's another dumpster that's far in the corner that he has to go get. So they can make him pay for that, but again, map knowledge is what it comes down to here, and this hasn't really been played that often yet in the competitive scene. But we'll see what happens. Starting up. Tri-cap with spit, no hunter raw. Let's see what they can do with it.
Everything coming from above the roof, ready for the rockets. For the most part. There's a charger from the billboard, but he gets lasered down. Smoke spit. Obviously not going to be able to find that 2%er. Noskillch off to a great start. And I got to say, when we've watched Noskillch play recently, we've seen them do the map vetoes, and they have been very willing to play unfamiliar maps and force enemies into uncomfortable situations via the map pool. So I would expect them, if any team was going to be pretty familiar with Crash Course ReRouted, the Noskillch Academy would be one of those teams I would put up there. See if Yatagarasu can keep up the pace. In comes Aimer. He's going to be bringing that car as Noskillch runs to the same spot. No boom able to connect as they wait for the sack.
Yeah, it also, Noskillch recently was in the grand finals of an amateur cup that we recently hosted as well for the people that are tuning in. They did get second place next to Team Vac. Very annoying children. They took first place. It was actually their second tournament win in a amateur cup tournament. It's kind of ironic, but good for them for taking the second win. But the rosters were completely different, though. No, I think there's only one person the same. But Aimer's on his way in. Abandons the car, already down to 1,500 upon the door. Let's see. He gets his first punch. He's down to 1,700. He finally gets a double. He gets another double. Okay, he gets one more punch there. 5 hits so far. The in cap goes out. There's a double charge. One survivor is up. It's a tri-cap. And no Noskillch is going to wipe out. Unless they get the clear. No, they can't. And this is a big lead for Yatagarasu. A couple hundred points just after one map. Big start for them.
I mean, this was basically almost what exactly happened to Yatagarasu on their survivor side. Almost walked straight into a double punch scenario. but they were able to get out of it. Unfortunately for Noskillch, it took them a little bit longer to wiggle out of that. And not only did they wiggle out of it later, but they also wiggled right into a multi-charge. So not really the area you want to be wiggling into. And regardless, Chapter 1 done. Going to be about 450 point advantage for Yatagarasu. We'll see if they can keep up this momentum. Will they continue to have the map knowledge as we progress deeper into this relatively unfamiliar campaign?
No, look at this. The Left 4 Dead gods say the tank
Wow.
will be early.
Yeah.
23, 25%. Now just keep in mind, there is a hittable this tank could go get. He has 2 car alarms, but remember, if he does use both, he loses the choke point hit because there's car alarms on both sides of the choke point. You could go right out the choke point, which is long, or you go left, which is much shorter. And of course, no, you don't want to go longer ways. So everybody's going to go left for sure. This is a more unknown tank fight, to be honest with you. No, I haven't really seen many out here in the open. It's going to be fought inside of the. I'm not even quite sure what this would be called. The truck yard on the side in the open fenced area, where the concrete bricks are that are not breakable, by the way. They're just able to be jumped on and stuff. So we'll see what the survivors choose to do with that. But here we go. Opening attack is not the greatest, but it's not the worst. Jockey Hunter for the cappers, the 2-2. And I don't know if we're going to get the opportunity for a second attack now. I think this might just be all they get to soften them up before tank spawn.
Yeah, I mean, we're already 10% in. So we'll see. Francis is going to be baiting it out as one of the 2 shotguns. Bill going to be the other. Of course, aiming. Or not aiming, learning. There with one of those. And they go rushing down the Hunter as the jockey goes in on the other side. They eventually find the team's heat there with the shotguns. Boom gets shut down, but not before it can find one. Very meager hit. Of course, Boom is a nice consolation prize there for Noskillch to slow them down a little bit. Maybe try to get another hit in. But as it stands, not getting much damage through.
No, it wasn't the greatest, but they will have a quad attempt. But I don't know if they're going to be able to spring it in an advantageous spot. No, quads are hard to land in these close quarters. They don't even get the chance. Smoker just gets a scratch. Charger comes from the back. Can the jockey keep him in there? No, he cannot. Charger just M1s from far away. Gets blasted. Breaks the door. Dies off. And the Hunter chose not to go. But it is the second tank of the game for Noskillch Academy in the hands of Blood. I butchered that name, but I think that's what it is, Blood. Or Blood.
I think it's Blood. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm not really sure.
He did not get his
but
car, no. Didn't get it.
Also, this is a player that we see quite a lot in the competitive scene. I would have expected him to be able to find that, but regardless, maybe the team letting him know. Okay, he's just gonna climb up around here as the hit gets sent in. Hunt Boom dies off, keeping the smoke.
Yeah, I don't think he knows the map very well now. There's a much better angle you can take to get above the survivors and drop on them, but he just looks like he's going to have to walk this in, and he has no choice. This is very low, his rage. He has to commit here.
Right.
And here he is. Take it away now.
Okay, gotta roll it in. Gotta do what he can. Charge the Jockey Smoker, an early smoke pull to allow the smack. As a charge lands, Jockey tries to grab the other target for a 2-cap on the side. Not gonna work. Now the SIs will be killed off except for that cheeky smoke. Half HP, still on blood. But the thing is, Bill got popped out of the corner. And he's in no man's land here. Smoke gonna take the 1v1, loses it. Wrapping around, no, not gonna find anything. Blood, not gonna find any additional smacks. He does get the survivors down around 15% through that tank, which is all right. But quite a lot of bonus and quite a lot of health still in the tank for Yatagarasu.
Yeah, that was very well done by the survivor team. They have lost less than 20%. Oh, there's a big pound spit. The clear was a little fast.
Ooh.
Oh, this spit spread goes on to Bill, though. Bill gets scratched by the boomer. The Charger looks like he wants to spring it. Oh, can he get it between there? Oh, that would have been great damage, but it looks like they should just hold now, as they will get a quad after this. The question is, no, do they try to hit with this Charger and get the car alarm off? Because they can't outrun this horde on this map. It is not possible.
One is out.
Don't shoot the car.
Eventually, the 3 others drop behind.
And they
Down
go.
the truck they go.
Oh, they went the long way. I wonder if that was intentional.
Wow. They land 2. Smoke full. Charge got the other. No. But still will get a smackdown with the jockey carrying all the way away. And there is the kind of damage that I'm sure they were hoping for with the tank. They'll find it a little bit later, but the damage comes through all the same. It is going to slow down Yatagarasu a little bit as they got to pop pills and they got a player bleeding out.
Yeah, they doubled down on their damage there and all. That was Hugh, and also shout out to Harley in the chat. And but they need to transition in this building before spawns get up, and I don't think they'll be able to do it. No, I can't stress the fact here. I don't know if it doesn't go up at all until you come outside the building they're about to go in, which gives you a lot more time to prep for it.
Okay.
Oh!
Ow. Whoa.
Hey,
Hey,
that was
nice
sexy now.
shutdown.
That was sexy.
Yeah. Still got to charge Boom alive, but they're just going to... I mean, Boom is still back. Boom is actually going to go back into Ghost for another hit instead of just immediately dying off or using, you know, Spec Command, obviously. Charger, Jockey, Smoker, Boom is what they're going to have here.
Ammo here.
Dude, I'm assuming they wait for the transition. Francis has not taken it yet.
Yeah, there's
They're
no
still playing
spit.
it slow.
There's no spit threat. No.
Wow.
Never mind, no. I mean, Boomer was the only thing that was successful out of that hit. That's unfortunate.
Yeah.
I think, did the charger land on someone's head? I didn't see
Not
it.
sure. Maybe just for a moment, but regardless, it was not it. They've still got half of the bonus left. Obviously, Zaki still open with the DB bleeding out. But, I mean, this is great for them. They got hit really hard at about 30%, but now they've made it all the way to 83. Getting to just about the end of the chapter. Another one coming. Geez, the Hunter sends it in way first. Gets lasered down. Smoke will get the backline, yes, but the damage is very, very, very minimal.
Yeah, no, they're about to walk into the safe room, and this is not the easiest map to make bonus with, and they're walking in with 50%. This is very, very impressive by Yatagarasu. Of course, learning, looks like he's taking this team to another level here and all.
Yeah.
They're playing extremely well, and they do have a Charger Hunter, and they need to land these. See if they could be a little bit more creative with their cappers. Boomer goes in, he gets one. They can make a play off this, or they could delay it to the safe room for another spawn. I think they should just go. Oh, they're...
Yeah, I would have loved that.
Yeah, I don't know about this. Well, they got a guy separated too. Oh, he lands it. I take it back. And the slam, no. Oh, this is huge. Despot too. Not enough to get the in cap, but that does cut it from 52 down to 43%. That was a good finish up. Maybe a scratch or two from the jockey. Nope, he misses.
Yeah, I love that final hit out of Noskillch and Hunter coming in on the sideline, hitting a target and stumbling another, which made the Charger clear that much slower, allowed for additional smackdowns there with the charge. And yes, the DB made it through. Zaki was able to avoid hits for the most part, but regardless of whether it's coming through HB or DB, the damage is going to attack up. That being said, I mean, it was a really impressive performance by the survivors. A couple areas where they struggled, but for the most part, like you said, quite a lot of bonus to be carrying in. And add that to the fact that they're playing against a team that only got 39 points on the first chapter.
Yeah, so they desperately need this now. They need to make the safe room and beat their bonus. I mean, they do still have them 3 chapters left, and all these are worth a lot of points, the later chapters, so they will have opportunity, only being down about 300 and change after one map. I think if they could just match it, they'll be in good shape, with the next 2 chapters being worth 600 and 700 distance after. And if they even play Finale and all, that one is also worth 700 distance.
Love this first hit from Yatagarasu's side when they're on the survivors. We saw them rush to the other area, which is where the Hunter was. Those shotguns were able to get an easy double team Team Skeet onto that Hunter. It does look like the Hunter is opting for pretty much the same position. We'll see if Noskillch does the same. Baiting it out for the time being. Go-Go is called. They get to the other side. Got the awning to protect them, of course. Spawn's not coming in. Lots of patience here. Eventually they send it in. Hunter from the other end going for the SMG. Does eventually find it. Spit not going to be on the same target, however, as he did have to send it in. But they will get a little bit out, bringing Sexito down to 91 HP.
Interesting take there now. I want to see how, if Yatagarasu is going to keep up this method. They've been attacking the Uzis with their special infected and booming on the shotgun players, and they've been finding their caps. Unfortunately, the Spitter was now on the same page, but they're still finding their caps. And now they're going to send in a tri-cap with Spit before a tank. They were not able to get the tank up. Noskillch. They have to take another set of spawns. Or no, actually no. The Charger is late. Misses. Spit blocks. Smoker. Not able to find a target. Jockey tries to win his 1v1. Not able to do so. And late pull. Francis pulls it off now. Able to win it.
Yeah, I feel like the Jockey and the Smoker both had big opportunities to take advantage of that guy on the back line with the Spit block coming out, but they both weren't able to capitalize on it. We have a player at 91, a player at 94, and a player at 96. Of course, we talk about with the early tank that early damage does come out, or it is important for it to come out, but not reaching the further breakpoints, bringing them even further down on those tank smack hits. So the tank has still got his work cut out for him, but he does have a couple important breakpoints.
Alright, so he's going to have to... he could have actually got on the roof too. He's going to take a route where he's going to take extra chip. Alright, he's up. This is him. He's on the fence.
Ooh.
Oh, they're lighting. He splits the survivors. This is big separation. Francis gets punched once. He has 3,000 HP. He gets cornered, but Hunter pounces on him. They clear him late, which is a good call. One punch. A second follow-up there. That'll be his end cap. He is down to 1,100 HP. Here comes his support. Charger, Jockey, double teaming. And the tank misses his punch. But all right, so... Noskillch Academy will suffer an in-cap here, and all is quick to a point evaluation. The other team was at 81% when they pop pills afterwards. They're at 69%. So it looks like Yatagarasu's tank will do about 10% more, and they also have the rest of the map to keep attacking them.
Yeah, I mean, Noskillch, their tank got given the runaround.
No, I gotta be honest. If they hit on the stairs here, the survivors can push out and go left, but I don't think either team is aware of it. So I think this is probably the right call then, if they don't know about the quick left. And remember, now that'll cut out 2 full SI hits. And right now, with them being at 70% bonus about, I think they need it to negate those hits. Hunter comes in, not able to find a target. Oh, this Spit spread was lucky. Smoker tries to get a pull down, not able to do so. And that is very clean for Noskillch Academy. And they should be able to get by this and not get out. And let's see if they go left or not. I'm really curious.
Reloading.
I think they have enough time still. Yeah, they have plenty of time. They just need to go and bolt it left very fast. And no, they're going to go the other way too.
Okay. I hype Noskillch up as being one of those very knowledgeable custom map player teams, but prove me wrong here. Gotta hand it to them though. Definitely staying locked in despite not the most fortuitous chapter 1. Begin to chapter 2, but they are hanging on here. We'll see this next hit come out. Charger Hunter, Jockey Spit, and this is really going to be a test for Noskillch.
Hunter has given away his location, but survivors have now creeped to a crawl. They know there's a car alarm. It doesn't look like the infected have a smoker, so the only way they can play on that null is getting a charge, or someone getting jocked, or of course a stray bullet. All of them possibilities.
Right. Yeah. Wow. Not able to find the DP, not able to find the charge. Trying to bait out the alarm car there at the end, as Noskillch was playing pretty dangerously close to the alarm car, but no one triggers it. They keep it stepping.
Yeah, they finally give pills to Francis. Now that they can resume full speed. It's going to be close. I believe they'll be able to get inside without any issue. Now the timers are still coming in here. And it didn't work out for the other team either, because this is, you got to be ready for this. And look at the spot. It's going to be a poo too. I think it was the exact same thing on the other side too. Actually, no, it was a Hunter that got skeeted. I remember. Never mind. And there's a charger there. I completely misread that. But there isn't a spit, so... I mean, if you don't have a spitter and all, these are the cappers you want. All to separate them.
We'll see if Yatagarasu can manage to separate. Gotta exit out of here. Noskillch taking their time. This is something that they were very well known for at the ACI2, was taking their time, baiting out hits. Eventually it comes in. Smoke will land onto Bill. Very brief. Oh my god. Full follow-up, but what was that with the charge? I felt like charge could have just smacked a couple times, but bails him out.
It's really unfortunate. But nonetheless, I mean, they still do get it under 60%. Remember, the other team walked in with just shy than... Actually, what was it? Was it 40? Yeah, 42%. So they could still win this round yet, no?
Yeah.
I mean,
yes.
If they get outside and past this choke point, which they do, so... Oh, there's also no charger to worry about here. I think the maximum damage they could worry about is getting pound spit through these train cart containers as they have to transition. But they hit early, skeeted out of the sky, no. Jockey not finding a target. Boomer gets skeeted late, and I'm pretty sure they're going to hold on to the spitter and not go for a quad, because they just want to make sure they win this round, and there is no shortcut, guys. Nope. It is blocked.
Look, I know Yatagarasu are feeling themselves here, but you offer up that Hunter on a silver platter to the double shotgun team. They're going to shoot it right out of the sky. And there goes a hit into the ether. We got a Smoker Hunter Charger Spit. They're going to need some good follow-up, or it is going to be Noskillch winning this chapter in Smoke Bowl. Hunter taking the same target, I guess, into the Spit. With a smoke dropping back down. It's chaos. It's absolute chaos. Charger eventually does die off. I mean, that was all over the place, MK.
Yeah, that was, they did. You saw the call for hits up to stop and clear commons. Unfortunately, the call was a little too late. The commons were the reason. I think they weren't able to shut down spawns, and now it is the reason that they might even have to take 2 more hits because they're not eating these pills. They know they need to win this round. And all they still do have abilities to win this, but look at how close it is right now. It's less than 4% away. Oh!
They do it again! And Blood says, thank you very much. Boom stumble into his spit, but the spit comes out too late. And Boom doesn't have the exact right trajectory for that, of course. I mean, nothing too surprising there, but regardless, they can't. Oh, Jockey does land on the back. Will that? Oh my goodness! I believe Noskillch has managed to lose a chapter here, just barely, just barely.
Yeah, when the DB is open, it goes down fast, and they'll lose it by 4 points.
Yep.
So they're still down a couple hundred, but it's any player's game yet. So
yes.
And also, I know when we did start this cast, this is actually the loser bracket's first round.
Ooh,
so whoever loses
okay,
here does go home.
Very important note. Very important note.
Because the other match that we've casted together was the second week of the loser bracket. So
gotcha.
It's a little odd that we're doing an old one, but that's just the way the scheduling worked out. But nonetheless, we are here. It is getting casted. And if you're rooting for either one of these teams, they do still have a chance. Let's see where the tank's going to be. It's still kind of early, but they're going to have to hold the event out before this tank spawn here now. I believe it's going to be at the end of the alley by where the Humvee is where it's going to be around. It's my guess.
And this goes back to what you're saying about the points. I mean, we got a 600-pointer here from distance alone. Definitely plenty of points for Noskillch Academy to get back into this. Also, flip side, plenty of points for Yatagarasu to be able to shut this down here. We've had some solid Survivor rounds. Honestly, on both sides. Obviously more so in Chapter 2 than Chapter 1 for Noskillch, but regardless, we are going to kick it off here. Jockey, Charger, Spitter, Hunter, and Noskillch gives them a lot of range.
I mean, I don't think it's a terrible idea here now, but the problem is if you don't hit early and you let them inside the building right away, you're not going to be able to hit on the drop outside of this choke point, which if someone is caught behind, either they die now, or the whole other team needs to run up the stairs, go back over the safe room door, and go up and save them, which usually means if there is a hunter, they're dead, but anything else, they might be able to save them.
Okay. But they do wait. They do wait. Oh my goodness. Hunter dead. Jockey trying to find a way into the way. Actually, I mean, they do manage to find a couple percentage points, MK, but nothing too major.
Yeah, I think there was no friendly fire. I thought there was a little bit. It's all just free spit damage, the 12 points on the board. And this is what I'm talking about. Look how fast they're able to get upstairs. They got to be careful here. If they don't navigate this right, they can take fall damage just like that.
Ooh.
He didn't make it. And that's what I was talking about. You got
Awkward.
They wanted to go quickly, and that's the consequence. There's commons everywhere. The hit comes in a little late. The hunter?
What?
Oh, the hunter couldn't find his target. No, that would have been big if he found him.
Yeah.
And no, I think what do we have? 2 boomer slaps from this boom, 12 free spit damage, and a survivor falling out a window. That's all the damage we got so far.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. I mean,
and it's a lot of damage though.
It is a lot of damage. It's almost, it's like 8% of the bonus gone, which is, I mean, a crazy amount considering how little SI damage has been done so far. But obviously, Noskillch definitely got some pre-tank work left to do here. They're going to try to send in the jockey. Charge, a long charge. Not going to play off the jockey, which is understandable. Triple boom up top, and they just hop off to avoid the spit. Noskillch sacks into the quad, but still trying to find some more damage here.
Yeah, they got to be careful. I mean, this is a 3-event. It's like 3 car alarms worth of horde, just so everybody is aware of this, which is 90 commons. So they are pushing without killing off these commons. They're gonna keep spawning if they're not careful and spawn this tank. Even if they run back, they'll run into them, and they're just gonna send a hit them. But,
He walked into the car alarm. Hunter finds Bonnie. Charger finds the other target. He's getting smackdowns with the charge. He's 1v1ing the jockey while the Charger smackdowns over and over again. And finally, Noskillch has found the damage that they so desperately were hunting for.
yeah, they had to be careful here. No, they can't spawn this tank. I think they're trying to go though. They really want to go. But look at the comments, still trickling in from behind.
Yeah.
I think it's alright now. Here we go now, 3rd tank of this tournament match for Noskillch into the hands of Stiff.
Oh. Awkward hunt spit there. Look at them go, MK.
This is interesting though. They're pushing forward on him. This is risky.
Wow.
The tank should just start chasing and let this happen. If they go forward and they get off the train tracks here and all, the tank will have an easy corner inside this building.
Oh my.
It's not a terrible idea. And they're actually going to go in. No, they're not. They're going to wait here. No, they're going to actually go in. All right. This tank's going to have easy corners. He can even drop down and force them back up in the room. He can't. The tanks can't let them get outside. He's got to drop down here.
You just got in it.
Where is he going?
They said, I don't know where I'm going. Oh my god.
He let them get in this room. This room is the most advantageous for them. And he tried to go in the window that's not breakable. He loses 2K. Finish it off.
Alright, 6 runs and he's only got 3K left. Finds the rock into the corner. Needs some SI support right now. Charge, smoke, all going from the same area. 1300 left. Charge. Finds one. No. Laser down. Smoke is good. Trying to get the clear is Bonnie. They've got 2. They trigger the car alarm. And we got 6 here. 500 HP. Misses a very important smack. Does eventually land one. Oh, the melees come out. And he's not able to swing in time. Yatagarasu not out of the woods yet. Obviously, as they continue to deal with the car alarm horde. But they do get one up. Learning is going to be back up. He's going to pop his pills. And they're going to be able to pick up Bill as well. Wow.
Interesting. I can definitely tell you the map knowledge is not with these teams, but they're still pulling off a crazy play with this rush forward. I just think the tank should have cut him off and all. Those rooms he came out of, look how much more congested it is in there.
Yes.
But car alarm number 2 has gone off. They basically went through 3 events on this map so far.
They just keep setting off the car alarms. It's, I mean, backing into one of them. That was hilarious to watch. We've got a 3-1 here. Again, Smoker Jockey Charger with the boom. Separation moment here. And where is Noskillch going to strike? They send it in. Crazy rocket up on the Jockey. Smoke charge is no good. Jockey's still flailing around. They are going to be able to mop it up and hold on to about a third of the bonus left still.
Yeah, Yatagarasu doing a very good job. No, they are fast on this map. It is hard to be fast late in this chapter. And they are literally 1 hit away from making the safe room. They do have 428 additional points on top of the 600 distance that it looks like they're going to be able to finish. And it's a tri-cap spit.
It feels like Noskillch's hits have been so all or nothing. Either they find the world or they find absolutely nothing with it. They were able to find a massive one earlier on. They desperately need something here. Again, a ton of DB to break through here if they can land those caps. Hunter, Spitter, Smoker, Jockey. And Yatagarasu's going to wait it out.
Reloading.
I'm not gonna make it, man.
Continuing through.
Look at them transitioning room to room. But they have a spitter, though. They got to be careful. Not the safest thing to do that with a spit.
Safe house.
Noskillch just made it clear they're going to be blocking out the safe room. Jockey drops down, gets baited out. Hello! Tries to climb up. He holds on to 61 HP. Is that going to be enough to be able to help out with this cap? You're going to have to save it. And one walks in, shuts the door, opens it back up. Smoke around the corner. He's looking at Bill while Bill looks at the Hunter. He doesn't find it. Look at the spit plug until he jumps into the water. And that's going to be that. Bill can use the railing to avoid the spit. And they're going to walk it right in.
That was funny.
Sweet.
Oh, there's health kits in the safe room. That's funny. I don't know why that happened, but...
That's going to be Yatagarasu locking in almost another 1,000 points. And we're going to need to see a huge chapter from Noskillch. Simple enough. Because they not only have to match it, they've got to start getting some points in. I guess keeping it even is good enough for now. Worst case scenario. Maybe even lose by like 100 or 200. But they've got to get into the safe room with some bonus. Simple as that.
Yeah, and these chapters are a bit long. Map 4 and Map 5 are pretty long, and as well, and especially Chapter 5, which I don't know if we're going to see, but here we go. Let's see what Yatagarasu chooses to do with their SI, and it doesn't look like they want to be very patient now. It looks like they want to spring a trap immediately on the transition out, which I don't disagree with. Hunter is already up. Charger... move somewhere where I don't know where he is. Okay, he's in a rocket spawn off the garage. That's hard to do now because of where the safe room door is. Don't know if he's going to be able to. Let's see if he's included in the hit when they transition out.
One of the Noskillch players saying, "What's the move?" in Spanish before they leave. Not the biggest vote of confidence. Bill gets caught by the Hunter. Charger does get lasered down. Just going to be a Hunt spit.
Yeah, a couple percentages, not too much, but the spread was pretty even, except for just one survivor not taking any damage at all. Still at 100, one at 81, one at 95, one at 99. Survivors are pushing quickly. Spawns are about to come up. They're also going to choose to go out the window. Spawns are up, though. They got to be careful here. This is what I'm talking about. They try to charge. It don't work out for them. The boomer lands. The smoker gets a pull forward.
Huh.
And it's going to work out for Noskillch, but that was very dangerous. And they're in better shape by less than 1%.
Yeah, I feel like that was less execution by Noskillch and more kind of a failure to execute by Yatagarasu. that was a pretty big hit offered up to them. Charge going for, I guess, the fall damage as well, but regardless, they don't find it. Just going to be a couple percentage points. Hunter, Charger, Jockey Spit here for Yatagarasu. It's definitely not the most SI favored hit path here with all these areas that survivors are able to jump up on top of, wide open space. And look at this, Yatagarasu is just going to chill.
Interesting take. They're going to wait this out. This is definitely more advantageous for them to hit with commons, but they just want to be able to rocket spawn from the alley. I mean, you got spawns everywhere out here now. I kind of understand it. You got one to the right when they come out. You got all these buildings to the left that the infected can choose from. So it's really their decision wherever they want to send it. So this is probably the more advantageous spot to the infected on this chapter here now, because you have spawns every single side from above, and you can even come from the buildings on the bottom.
All right, well, oftentimes quantity is very important for SIs on Left 4 Dead 2, but they are going to go for quality this time around. Jockey, Hunter, Charger, Spit got a massive hit that they have waited very long time for. Jockey immediately dealt with into a double charge with the smackdown. Jockey hanging around still as well as the Spit comes out. They will be able to mop it up, but definitely getting the sort of damage through that they were hoping to get as Noskillch Academy drops down below 80%.
Yeah, they're very lucky that Charger didn't yeet the Survivor over the fence. That Survivor would have had a long way to go to get around. It does open the garage doors to the safe room, but still, it'll take him probably about 12 to 15 seconds to get around. And no, that's an entire spawn rotation. As Learning is caught up here with his tank, looks like he wants to go in. No, he's got to decommit now. He has no choice, but the Survivors can pull the same play, and they're going to try.
Wow.
Oh, they're brushing forward. This is big. Learning's got to commit. There's Common infected, though. One Survivor gets pulled. He might get punched all the way. Oh, he's so lucky he didn't get killed there. Very, very lucky. Smoker, Hunter in the back. Tank is getting his corner. Nobody is shooting the tank right now. Sexito is getting punched down, and the tank is not paying for it. There's no consequence. Smoker pull, dead. Incap goes dead. Oh, it's not out yet. Oh, he popped his pills. The DB is melted away. The Curve Rock lands, and Learning is getting incredible value from this tank now that I didn't think he was originally going to get, as he's probably going to have to run away now and wait for help to come up. As the Boomer does find one, gets a stumble. He decides to throw a Curve Rock around the corner. He does not find it. Still fighting from inside the train car, and he has not suffered much damage from it. As the two cappers come in, Rock misses, Charger lands, he's in now. This is going to be his corner. He throws a rock, still gets it onto Bill. Follow up in cap. Learning is down to 619 HP, 560. Oh, he lands another Curve Rock, and Learning should die off here, and they do kill him. But what incredible value he got there. And man, the call to push forward now looked like a good idea, but unfortunately the Common infected had all the gunfire on them with the SI, allowing the tank to pretty much incap somebody after they pop their pills with no consequence.
I mean, it's very counterintuitive, right? On the tank, you're usually not trying to just run face forward at 4 survivors who are able to easily walk back, but the devil's in the details. Speaking of that devil, in comes the hit while they transition down. Triple boom on top, still not clearing the Hunter. Finally gonna find it, but it's into a Spit already. Spit a little bit late for that one, but hey, he got there all the same, and we are down to pretty much nothing as far as bonus. All the bonus that is remaining, all centered onto blood. This is a rough spot for Noskillch, to say the least.
Yeah, I definitely would say it looks like both teams don't have a lot of knowledge about the map and all, but the teams that go first, of course the second team can prep for it, but I think here that the infected know what they're doing now is much more beneficial for them, in my opinion, because they got to go first as Survivor. In a rare situation that works out, but right now it is definitely working out for Yatagarasu.
And now Noskillch hanging out at the area where Yatagarasu took the tank. And they are bleeding out. Smoke will get cleared. Jockey able to get behind. Bill does lead into a single boom and charge on the back line. Not going to be able to find anything. And they still keep hopping forward with that 141 bonus. But MK, I mean, it's going to be difficult here because we got 2 players on 1 HP. Going to have to start considering downing people to get them more temporary HP, as they are going to down Sticks, maybe going to down Sexito next, if they can afford to do so. But even if they do that, then Ta is about to be on 1 HP as well.
And one survivor's black and white.
In comes the hit with 2 survivors on 1 HP. Zoe, nowhere to go. Does not get scratched, but the smoke comes out, and down she goes. Hunter goes in for a scratch. Iptude away. Another player goes down. I believe to common that time, but they will be able to start getting the pickups. Going to have to cancel as the spit comes out. Bonus does drop down a bit. But, I mean, hey, Noskillch is able to continue progressing through this chapter. Keep in mind, they still got about 180 distance that they need to find as well.
And they were lucky to find pills for Stints right there. He was about to die off. He was less than 20 HP. They do still have a black and white Sexito, and they were able to get outside before the infected were able to get on top of the rooftops. And it looks like, I believe Noskillch could make this, as long as they shut down. Nice B-hop. The Boomer almost found a target. Sexito gets hit, but they do get the clear up. 14 HP, black and white. I don't think Sexito's going to make it now, but I think they're going to be able to salvage with 3 and get a little bit of bonus on blood right now, hitting at 61 HP, and that's all the points they have right now as far as non-distance.
Yeah, I think if they can manage to get him in the safe room, you know, maybe try to escort him. But obviously, Yatagarasu knows that a lot of the bonus is tied up in there. But they could just send in this hit ASAP and get these slow survivors just killed off. In comes the hit. Hunter hopping around. Charger again, finding no target. Hunter dies off as well, getting team skeeted. Smoker will snap the neck of Sexito. In the meantime, going to end his run. But, I mean, they already got to about 530 out of 600 distance, so he's not going to lose too much by dying.
No, but they desperately need these additional 100 points now pretty badly, in my opinion. So they got to do a good job on holding on to this. Don't let Ta get in-capped. They only going to have a 2-cap, a Hunter, a Spitter, and a Jockey. Even an in-cap is not bad. They just can't let the survival of bonus take damage. And they're going to do it. They down him on purpose. Mortar spit. And they're going to make it.
Yes, they are. Yeah, impressive that they were able to cross the finish line here. But, of course, the issue is going to be the fact that they are quite down in points. Not quite 1,000. Whoa, beautiful double charge. Buy some time. I mean, Lewis has not made it into the safe room yet. Now we got a smoker. We got the boom into the smoker, grabbing the one who was not boomed, Witch's blood, able to get just that touch more bonus away before they walk it in.
Ooh, they almost lost those points. They got them. An additional, a little bit less than 100, but still. We'll get 88 additional points, 1675 to 2408. So time is running out now. They need to do something here.
Definitely. As we head to Waterworks, they are going to need to get the ball rolling. It's now or never. Got to start closing the points gap. Like we said, I mean, they could take it to Chapter 5 if they can stay in range. But if this is another L chapter for them, I think they'll probably call it quits. Then again, it is, like you said, their tournament life on the line here in Copa Peru. So they are going to need, you know, even if they're down quite a bit on Chapter 4, they might just YOLO send it to try to stay alive in this cup.
Yeah, this chapter has seen some changes over the years, let me tell you. It has shortened up quite a bit. The inside of the building is not as long a transition, just a stairwell in a corner compared to a big giant factory room that it used to have with some odd placed infected ladders. So a little bit more shorter, a little bit more easier to find your way as well. And I apologize if people hear that, but there's a dog barking outside my window for like 10 straight minutes now. And it's not mine. Bone saw is ready.
We're going to keep it rolling, MK.
Yeah, for those that don't know the reference, a bone saw, it is from the Spider-Man movie. From Macho Man, when he fought him for money. Those that wanted to know.
Are we gonna see a DP attempt from this hunter? It certainly looks like
Tell you what, we won't see death charge because they don't got it.
it. Okay, to remind y'all, hunt, smoke, spit, boom. That's a lineup. Smoker crouched behind some barrels, ready to pull one as they come out. Probably into that hunter DP. Looks like the move from Noskillch. Yatagarasu waiting them out, and in they go. Francis going wide. Oh my god, they still managed to land it with the spit as well. Beautifully executed by Noskillch. The patience pays off. The smoker interrupting right into the hunter. Perfect time.
It was beyond perfect. Now look at what it did. 3 punches now from the tank, learning down to 71 HP. Couldn't have done it any better. Even Aimer takes a little bit of damage. He goes down to 94. The other two will remain at a perfect 100, but Yatagarasu does have good momentum, and they get inside the building before the SI were able to spring on them as they came out, or into the building,
Whoa.
I mean. But look at this, look how fast they're trying to go here. Can they grab him? They do. The charger cover? No, he can't. He misses.
Lewis.
Very awkward spit. Hunter does land for a moment. To make their average percent about 4% per hit, which is nothing too crazy. Do have another hit coming up. It's going to be another pre-tank hit for Sexito. Can bring in the tank. Got about 5% left. Jockey, smoker, spit, boom. It is going to be that poo too.
Ooh. And
What's the move on this tank? Oh my goodness.
that's what I was curious too. I mean, they could always go back and fighting in the stairwell, which isn't terrible, but you're going to guarantee the tank gets a corner.
Yes.
It'll cost him a lot of HP to get his corner, though. He'll definitely lose over half. And everybody will be able to reload before anything and get away from the tank. But finding it out here, as this tank is not spawning yet for some reason. There we go.
Machine gun.
This could be the last tank of the game for Noskillch Academy into the hands of Sexito, which means if we go to Chapter 5, that their sub will definitely have the tank.
Now, it looks like Yatagarasu is just going to take out in this wide open area. Do we have a hittable forklift over there? Is that even a viable thing for Sexito to grab? He does just climb up on the highway, trying to prevent them from going inside, I suppose, but also getting this alarm car, perhaps.
Yeah, the car alarm's a right play. He does have a bunch of other hittables, but I don't think that they're aware of where they're at and all. Like I said, map knowledge is big, and he's going to be able to pop that over with ease right here. I think this pops right over. Maybe one more punch. All right, he's got it in. Oh my gosh, no, look at it.
Wow.
Oh my goodness.
What?
That was so
He's rolling it in.
close. Take it away.
Smoker, Hunter Charger Smoke pulls off right into the hip, but it's not going to work. The follow-up will. Is he going to kill him off? He's got the perfect card set up. Of course, he's going to kill him off. Maybe, if he wants to. There we go. 2k HP left with the card knocked out of the corner now as well. Right into a charge, but it will get instant cleared. Hunter on one side, Smoker on the other. Still trying to play around the card. Maybe an overcommit here, but he's got the perfect lineup as, oh, not quite as perfect as one might have thought. 800 HP left on Sexito. So he goes for a rock smack, still playing around this car. Hail Mary attempt. Oh my god, great attempt. But the corner will prevail. And we do have one dead with about 50% of this 700-point chapter left, MK. So all is not lost for Noskillch.
No, and they're going to have to just go quad try till they make it to the safe room. They'll probably get 3 or 4 attempts if they do this, no. They'll have plenty of opportunities. They have to go back and get ammo for Zoe, it looks like. Or, no, Zoe actually gets pills. Okay, there's pills in there, which is interesting. That's a sack now into the quad. Wait a minute, what's...
They're going to reroute the reroute.
They're going to a dead end. Oh, they don't know where they're going, no. They went the wrong way.
Momento, the I Hate Mountains 2. Away we go. Quad is ready as they are stuck in this building. They start to transition Bill's out. They let him out. I'm kind of surprised. Okay, they're just going to keep holding the squad.
I don't like where they're coming from. They're all from the same spot, though. And now the jockey is no longer in the picture. The hunter is all alone up ahead. Here comes the smoker pole. Oh, the jockey finds a target. Here comes the hunter. Oh, they get it. Oh, no way. They're going to wipe out. What
the
a
wackiest squad I have seen in a minute. But they find it. Okay.
That is the most unorthodox quad I've ever seen land, just like you said. He had all the time to clear the smoker. He had 9 HP now. He just needed a pistol bullet. He just had to look at him with a dirty look and he would have died.
And now we got a little bit of a reversal from what happened on Chapter 1. The ball is back in Noskillch's court. They've got more than enough points to not just be competitive if they go finale, but they could even be in the lead after this chapter, quite possibly here, as we head to the second half of Chapter 4.
Yeah, 700 distance will give them 2375. I did my math correctly. Yeah, 2375 now. So all they need is 220 bonus to bounce right back into those 222 to tie, which is not possible. Goes in increments of 4 unless but no, it's not possible. It's just not going to happen. So it's going to either be we have a winner here or we're going to go Chapter 5. And I'll be honest with you now, if any of the survivor team is knowledgeable of the finale and you're able to get through the first 4 difficult choke points, the end of the map is very easy. So if they're able to get through there, able to get through the tank, and you're fast at the end of the map, you're guaranteed those distance points. I mean, unless the survivor team really drops the ball, it is just really advantageous for the survivors and all. Because originally, this was one of the longest maps ever made, even in custom. Wow. It was so long that the director said you need to shorten it because we can't find the goal. So, yeah, that happened. So a lot to learn.
Okay. Wow.
Is this it now? Is this the last we're going to see?
That's the question that is on everyone's minds here. Crash Course Rerouted with a finale on top. Very much possible here as we see Noskillch give their attempt on the survivor side of Chapter 4. They've already seen what a pretty much perfect usage of these SIs look like because they just had that perfect hit at the start here on their side. So going to be looking out for that Hunter DP for sure. Going to be looking for the Smoker chain into it as well. We'll see if they can negate it or if Yatagarasu is going to be able to find that same advantage.
Yeah, we'll see. Smoker looks like he wants to try from the death pool area for a death charge, but there is no charger, but they'll just go for the DP. Doesn't work out. Much better take for Noskillch, but they do find quite a bit of damage. There's actually... No, there's a lot of friendly fire that went out there. If you look at the damage on the board,
yeah,
about 10, to be exact.
Wow. Yeah, I mean the damage does manage to come through over 3%, and Yatagarasu was in a very large lead going into this, so they can afford to have some hits that aren't doing like 10% at a time. Smoke charge hops over, goes inside. Gets laser down. The Hunter will land. Smoker reconnecting for just a moment, but another pretty lackluster hit here from Yatagarasu, and Noskillch is going to be very healthy going into this tank.
Yeah, I don't know if they'll be able to get outside before the SI can get on the roof. It's going to be close.
Yeah.
But remember, it's a long roof, so it's not always necessarily the best place to come from when you have a long distance to go here now. Sometimes if you go too high, especially when you have a team that can frag out and shut down hunters easily, it's maybe not the best play in my opinion.
It's going to be the locker room hit. Doesn't look like it. Starting to climb up outside, waiting for Noskillch to approach.
To be honest with you, no, I'd like to see somebody come from the water tower.
Oh.
Maybe the boomer, actually. The boomer would be sexy from the water tower. Or put the charger up there and just M1 up right up the stairs, because nobody knows where it's coming from.
Oh my god.
They do have a spinner now, and they could bring the boomer from the behind for the stumbles, so this is actually reasonable.
Noskillch continues to bait out. I told y'all at home. I told y'all this team is very good. Very patient, but not patient enough. Jockey, charger, spit with the boom. Oh, and it's a quad boom. And they're not going to stumble the player. But he's going to throw it all the way through. And there is a massive hit, especially onto Blood. Dropping down to 27 HP as the comments continue to rip away. Desperately trying to bring in this tank.
And they are not pushing forward. They want to make sure these commons are gone. And no, we had a conversation earlier. This is a good example of what I'm talking about with the boomer landing. And look at how long it's taken some of these commons just trickle in there. So much that they now have a quad to spring on them before they actually go into it. Smoker lands, Charger takes the pull target. Hunter finds a target as well. So does the jockey. Everybody landed there, no, but nobody was able to get a separate target. They all kind of took somebody else's.
Yeah, very quick, very good target selection by Noskillch to be able to clear those as well. Getting the most vulnerable survivors dealt with quickest. They do make that quad, despite the SI's landing. They do a good job of neutralizing it. They've got about 3/4 of the bonus left. Not the cleanest start to Noskillch's survivor run on Chapter 4, but it's going to come down to this all-or-nothing car situation is what it looks like. Again, Hunter and Charger die off, likely going to have the boom mix, and look at that. Fani is dropping the car off of the highway and can't get it back up.
No.
No way.
I think he has to leave it, and this is going to be extremely beneficial for Noskillch. But the boomer, oh, there's going to be a lot of common trickling in. Look at them all around this building now. This is going to be difficult for Noskillch to survive this. They're going close to the hittable. Oh, no, he's in danger. He gets punched again. Here it goes. Oh, Sexito. Oh, my goodness. He's going to, he doesn't get the clear. He's down to 2,500. I'm sorry, no, I think I took the other tank. Finish it off.
No, Fani. I mean, this is insane. 1,700. Oh, Sexito gets caught with the jockey, but the tank hitting Zoe close. What was that ski? In the meantime, though, Sexito is not going to go down. Tank is going to go down. I mean, they got smacked up for sure. Going to be about 40% worth on that tank. Huge damage put in. It might be enough for Yatagarasu, in fact, but the fact still stands that Noskillch, they stay alive. 4 members. They've even got an extra set of pills to pop, and away they go.
I'd ask the admins if they play a map of 5. We'll get an answer from them, but we'll see what happens right now. Since they did kill the tank, they lose a lot of the bonus, though, Null. It's going to be very difficult for them to make it to the safe room with points here, Null. It might just be full distance and be down about 220 going into the next map. But here comes the Charger. Oh, they Charlie Browned him. Oh my goodness. And they're going to be able to just blitz the map now. He should be able to pop and run. But I don't know if we're going to do it because they're going to have somebody slow anyways, and they're going to hold on to the pills. So it's crawl for the rest of the map for them now, unless they find 2 additional sets.
I gotta say, their substitute Amif Day has certainly not been a detriment to this Noskillch squad. Getting insane clears so far. The smoke charge attempt, but onto her. But I think the self clear on the smoke. But regardless, the charge gets lasered out of the sky before it can do anything. We do have a quad ready to go for Yatagarasu. They're gonna send it right here. Smoke pull onto Lewis. Hunter's got a long way to go. Actually does not manage to get skeeted by Zoe, and they will get some more damage through. But I mean, look at this. They still hold on to the lion's share of the bonus. Nothing catastrophic happening yet, MK.
And Zoe actually went down, so she has to go all the way around again. And look at this now. They have gone nowhere, and spawns are already back.
Oh.
They did survive the quad, but it takes all of the time for them to come back in. And look at, they're going to do it again. They're not going to hesitate. They're going to go quad try again, or just go charge spit. And from this on out here, the infected have better spawns now once they get to the other side of the bridge. Not bad here, but once they get up, it's going to be very difficult. What a clear. That was crazy.
That was a great clear. If Noskillch were to go down right now, they'd only be down 500. Charge lands onto Zoe. Nice quick clear once again. These charges have just been getting melted like butter, despite being the highest HP SI besides a tank. But regardless, they continue pushing through. 365 bonus still in hand. Yes, they're moving very slowly. Yes, Exito is on 1 HP. But look at this. They continue forward.
They do, and I don't know if they know to shop for pills, but nope, there isn't any. So they're just doing the best they can. And I agree with not in-capping him, no, because he's 1 HP, has not been in-capped yet. So there is no bleed. Smoker pull in the back, gets self-cleared. Jockey M2's Charger grabs him. And they kind of left that guy back there alone now. Interesting.
Yeah. Yeah, Amifte, he has been getting bullied by these past few hits. They'll be able to pick him back up, but a lot of the bonus is going to be gone.
Yeah, it's just a distance game now. They can no longer win now in this chapter. So if it's no map 5, Noskillch will be exiting from Copa Peru 2025. But we don't know yet. We'll have to wait out the rest of this chapter. And this is some of the changes here in all this open area now. They don't have to go down the alley. They can go through this open area. It's just very dark.
Another big hit here for Yatagarasu as they approach. Hunter just hopping around, being a nuisance. As we see the other SIs positioned on the highway. Long pathway to get here. I mean, Charge, he's down again. Hello? The charges are just getting melted. And he still trying to take the longest path with the Charger. Kind of awkward there. Smoker immediately taken out. Blood will be in cap. Going to be able to easily pick him back up. And they are 98% of the way through the chapter.
Yeah, this is it. They are almost out free. This is the final SI attack. The boomer goes in, pops, just pop onto one. Jockey Hunter are up. What's the spawn going to be? It's a tri-cap. They got 153 points to melt away. The survivor team is taking the scenic route. And the infected team have good spawns now. They could just drop in from above.
Hunter spawns in first. It does give away his position, obviously, but not much more than that. Hopping from the side as Jockey gets a scratch. Drops onto Lewis. Gonna find the spit. Lewis, does he go down? It's a HB. Yes, he does go down. And look at that. 158. We'll see the pickups, but it should be around, what, 50, 60. The second pickup, gonna be 71. So yeah, they'll get just a little bit extra, but like you said, gonna be down in the hole here. Or are they going to take a finale? One would absolutely assume that this is going to be a finale situation. No one says GG, and away we go.
Oh my goodness, dog. I am so hyped for this finale. I have not got to see this finale played in tournament play.
We're going to see it today. Storage coming up next. It's Noskillch Academy down about 250 points. But that's it. I mean, very close match. And a great match to be unveiling the finale here in competitive play.
Yeah, for sure. Now, this one is going to be quite a hike. No, this one's going to be long. I'm telling you right now, this is not a short map. In fact, if you fly all the way to the safe room area, you can actually see the original length of this map when you go to the storage place, which none of the survivor teams can go anymore. But we're going live. Yes,
we are. Obviously, it's going to be Yatagarasu starting off on the survivor side with that slight advantage. 75% tank. This is just one tank?
Yes, yeah.
I presume?
Yeah,
okay.
and it's very late, too. This is interesting. This is going to be a very challenging tank to get any damage whatsoever, in my opinion, as long as the survivors know how to run it. Oh, what a jock. Oh, what a charge! No, one slam. Wow. Still the damage is going out. Scratches. That was almost 14% now without a spinner. What did we just watch?
You got to hand it to Noskillch. Earlier on in this match, they were very much struggling to get SI hits like that in. They would get maybe one of those a chapter, but starting off the gate in a very long chapter with such a big hit, it's going to be great for the mental here. And they've got a perfect follow-up. Charger, Jockey, Hunter, Spit.
Grabbing a shotgun.
This is what I'm talking about now. Look how good this choke point is too. They weren't fast enough to blitz through it. So look at the Charger rocket, right? Really nice and easy. Hunter come from the side. Charger lands on Survivor's head, and the Hunter took his target. And look at the jockey riding. No, this is still great damage. Look at it.
Ah, man, even with that super unfortunate Hunter Charger overlap that took away a good amount of damage, they still get that jockey separation. They still get the target in the spit. They still get insane damage. Yatagarasu, a quarter of their bonus gone after 2 hits.
Yeah, I mean, and not only that, look at 62, 64, 54. They already have 3 survivors, 3 punches. It's game-changing this early. Pills are going to have to be popped. Hunter comes from the side, try to grab a Uzi player, does so. The Charger grabs too. It's a rolling tri-cap now. Wow, another big hit coming out here from Noskillch.
That was crazy. The boom target had his back to the player getting charged, and the charge was able to get in on at least one smackdown, drops him below 70%, continuing the tradition of finding damages. Of course, that hit was a little bit lackluster compared to the other ones, but that just speaks to how well these hits have been going for Noskillch Academy. Hunter Jockey Charger Spit, Deja Vu, time to go again with this massive SI combo.
I think rocketing from there is too high.
Wow. Backs into the spit. I mean, they get the damage through nonetheless.
Wow, they did know. What the? They're almost averaging 10% per hit. I was going to be honest with you. When you get out of the open there, it's hard to get damage with how far you have to rocket in from the rooftop, but they made it work. And I am flabbergasted at the amount of damage that they are putting on to Yatagarasu right now. It is very impressive.
Smoke Hunt with the boom spit follow-up here in the wide open. SI is kind of setting up all over the place. Still trying to convene on where they want to hit here. A lot coming from the back, from the side. They're going to send it. Smoke from behind. Hunter from the side. Get the shot. Those are the kind of team skeets that we were seeing in the earlier chapters from Yatagarasu that had kind of fallen off. The skeets were not really landing as much. And with that shutdown, they will be able to finally do a pretty good job of neutralizing a hit.
Yeah, like I was saying, no, they're out here in the open now. Now it's going to be very, very advantageous for survivors. And not only is it advantageous to survivors, look at this wide open area. The tank is going to have a very difficult time to get much of anything. He does have some toys he could bring in, though. No, it's not out of the question. But he's going to be very difficult to corral them because the survivors just have so much area to run in. And look at this. They might go inside quick, but here comes the quad attempt. And they're going to land the Charger. A jockey, and wow, the clears were lightning there. Well done.
Ooh, yeah, Yatagarasu is back on it. They get the clears. They only take a less than 2%. And now Emifte, the ringer, the sub, the sub for Noskillch Academy. I said he was not a detriment to his team, but he's gonna have to perform here. He's got a forklift to his name and a Boomer Smoker Charger to help him out for the time being.
He also has 2 dumpsters up ahead too now, which he doesn't see. And they're going to run away.
Ooh.
I don't disagree with this. It's much more wide open there now. I think he just leave that. It's completely useless. I don't know what he thinks he's going to do with this. I don't think he realized he has to go through a door yet. Oh, he just noticed.
Here. Okay.
But he has no toys now. He's coming in with nothing.
I'm going to try Curve Rock. Hunter, Smoker, Charger here for Noskillch. Got to get some work in. Hunter already spawns in. They recognize they're going to have to get some early support, but look at him. He's just hopping around to get shut down out of the sky before he can get in. 4K HP left on a Emifte. Smoker tried to help out, but he just gets lasered down from the other side. Charger going to be going for a YOLO memento here with a rock as Lewis runs away from the rock. Oh, he kills off the Charger. Oh, no, the instant clear. Yeah, he instant clears his own Charger. 1K HP. Learning goes down, and so will Emifte shortly after.
I gotta be honest, no, he's lucky he even got that.
He is.
That tank didn't deserve to get any end caps, and they do give him an end cap. Opens up the damage. Actually, that did a lot of the damage bonus. Wow, now look at it melt away. 100% down to 63.
Hey. That being said, I mean, MK, like, we're 75%, right? I mean, we're getting through this chapter. Yatagarasu, even if they just walk in with a couple hundred bonus, they're going to be giving a pretty damn tall order to Noskillch. Some big shoes to have to fill to win this match if they get through with this bonus.
Yeah, and I mean, they got a quad, but no, I was saying this from the beginning. Look where they have to rocket from. There's a lot of reaction time for the Survivor team when they get down there. And not only that, they find pills for learning. But now they're all fast yet again. 622 bonus. And it looks like they're going to hit when they cross down this side of the building, I would say. Hunter's giving its way. Here it goes. Smoker gets a pull. Self-cleared. Charger lands. Hunter gets skeeted. And it's still good damage and all, about 100. But Yatagarasu, 1 or 2 hits away from safe room, going to put pressure on Noskillch.
Yeah, really just a Hunter away from that hit being pretty massive considering the area that's at, but they still managed to get some damage through. Of course, we see Lewis. I mean, he is limping his way through, so team's going to have to wait up on him. We've got Zoe basically escorting him through. Charger, Smoker, Spitter, Boom here for the SI. They spawn behind, trying to double team. Smoker doesn't, I mean, Charger doesn't find it. Smoke will, and down goes Zaki off of that one.
It doesn't look bad.
I didn't see the sack order. I don't know if they got the quad sack. No, I don't think they did. I think it's going to be tri-cap with Boom for the last hit. They do take some more damage down, but they're going to make it into the safe room after this next hit no matter what, unless there is a disaster that comes in onto the Survivor team, because they are literally a hop, skip, and jump from the safe room.
Yeah. It's crazy to think that Yatagarasu, after all the troubles they faced early on, are going to be able to walk in with 30%. We'll see if it happens. Boom finds one. Hits trying to come in from 4 corners here. Charger doesn't find it. Jockey M2'd away. Just a very brief Hunter and a Charger smack to say goodbye. A little love tap to send him on his way. And that's going to be 38-55 here for Yatagarasu. Looking pretty unlikely for Noskillch to be able to do. What do you think, MK?
Ooh, it's definitely possible and all, but I don't know what the math is on this. Let me see if I can do it real quick. I'm working on it.
About 1,400 is needed.
See, 38.55 and 24.43. So that is a difference of 14.12. So they need 7.12 to tie.
Yeah, it's a lot of bonus.
It is, but it is absolutely possible. No, I'm telling you right now, if they could take this first hit and they don't land anything, if they could shut it down, they can get outside of the next building before attack is up and just hold W in a single file line. That's the way to play this map. You gotta go. There is no slowing down. Let's see if they can pull it off.
Okay. Words of re-encouragement here for Noskillch Academy. The squad of Ta, Mifte, Blood, Sexito, and of course Styx as well, fighting for their lives in the Peru Cup early on in this loser bracket. One of these teams is going to go home. 1,400 and some change needed for Noskillch. Let's clear out some comments. Jockey Charger Smoke Boom here. In goes the Jockey. M2'd away. Smoke pull into the charge will be good, but of course, laser down. Just going to get the wall connection for about 5%.
And look at, they are getting common lock. They are not going. Sexito needs to hold W, and no, they're not going to be able to get out of the building, and this is a good start for Yatagarasu. They don't find as much damage, but they do find the stall of the Survivor's momentum, and I think that's more important just because it gives them more opportunities throughout the map.
Well said. Headed through the cubicles. Let this drop down. Gonna continue through.
Grabbing a shotgun.
I'll try this shotgun.
Weapons here.
Of course, this being a real drop down here on this fan. On our Jockey Boom Spit. 2-2. Got an Arc Boom ready to go. Sexito dropping to the other end, walking away from the boom. They laser down the Hunter. Jockey dead. Spin up to nothing. They do sack into a quad, but MK, where's the damage?
Yeah, there was none. There's just a percentage with maybe a common slap or two from the boomer, but this is the momentum that they needed. There was still a spit block, though, so again, no, they're not going to be able to get through the next choke point either without spawns up. So Yatagarasu is still doing a good job, at least with the hitting. Just the capper's landing was just a little bit unsuccessful, in my opinion, but let's see what they can follow up with a quad try. And remember how much damage it took from the other side. It was over 10%. And they're calling a go-go real quick. Hunter rockets in. Hunter finding a target. Eventually, Charger misses. Jockey and Smoker pull off a 2-cap at the end. And they do get a couple of percentages here and there. But in favor for Noskillch, they still got 88.7% of the bonus null. They have taken 3 hits. They're averaging less than 4% right now. They're doing a very good job, Noskillch.
We saw how difficult that tank was to find damage. We've seen Noskillch pressing forward. Another hit ready to go. They've got about half of this bonus that they can still lose to win this game. A little bit less than that that they can stand to lose, but still quite a reassuring moment after 3 hits. Hunter going to be going for some DP with the smoker setup as well. Smoke pool does not land onto Lewis. DP is not going to find it. Follow-up hit, but the spit takes so long to eventually land that Francis is already gone by the time the spit comes out.
That's what I'm talking about, Nas. Those rocket spawns are a little bit overrated up there, I'm telling you. You hear the rocket spawn idea, you're like, okay, I'm easy with my infected, I know what I'm going to do. But when you have that distance, maybe it's not the best spot for that infected to come from. And that's a good example. 5 SI attacks in, then the average is lowering by the hit. I lied.
Yeah.
4th SI attack now, so it lowered from 4% to 3%. And they're going so fast again. Smoker successful pull. Hunter and the Charger are the same idea. Jockey is way late to the party, but they do manage to get some percentages in there. They snuck a little bit.
So they could stand, like I said earlier, they could stand to lose about 700. They lost about 70 over the past 2 hits, which is it's a pretty large margin that's continuing to build here. Noskillch Academy more and more likely to be able to win this by the moment. And we are approaching the tank spawn. We got a 2-2 here, Charger Hunter. Last chance hit before the tank comes in.
Yeah, then the question is now, what are the survivors going to do to fight this tank? Do they hold in? Will the tank be knowledgeable to back up? He has a total of 5 hittables he can use here, plus a log in the woods if he pushes him back far enough.
Ooh.
So he has a total of 6 toys to use in this open area. Let's just see if he tries to capitalize it and if they know about it.
Go-Go is called. Another rocket charge. Actually, the Hunter doesn't get lasered down. They will get the Hunt spit. And they actually do find some damage through. Worth more than their previous 2 or 3 hits combined. And in comes a tank in the hands of Fani. And look at Noskillch. Taking aggressive angle here onto Fani. First car comes in. Alright, MK, this tank is going to be all you as Fani continues to bring those hittables in, this time with forklift.
Yeah, they should be pushing inside right now, and they have not. They've already missed the opportunity for that. And he's got another car coming in. The Survivor's got to be careful. Okay, he has 1 in the front and 1 in the back now. Survivors have to retreat, in my opinion. See if he can pop this over. No, he's just going to start pursuing them. Oh, this is dangerous for Noskillch here. There's going to be, and they're also going back to the log, too. This is dangerous.
Oh.
I don't know if the Survivor team, or if either team knows about this log. It looks like they're staying away from it. All right, they are staying. Oh, my gosh, that almost hits him. I can't believe how close that was. He is now, okay, he's now surrounded. Oh, he's going to try to go for the hittable again. Survivor is caught in a bad position. He's going to get a corner out of this. Oh, he's going to get punched so far away. Let's see what happens now. Rock comes out. He misses. Hunter is pouncing around. Not able to find anybody. This tank still has a lot of HP. Punching the hittable. Hunter coming around. Oh, my gosh. He kills his Hunter, but the Smoker gets a pull. This will be his in cap. He'll get an in cap, but he's going to die. no rock, and this is a dead Beiyang. Maybe one more hit. No, it is not. The survivors have enough bonus with the in-cap person. They're going to try to delay this. Charger lands, but no points of damage. Oh, it's cleared quickly. Let's see what the evaluation is now. Remember, they need a 712. They have 975. Oh, it's going to be so close. They have, what, 3 or 4 SI attacks to knock down about 200 and some points worth of damage. It's so close.
Yeah, we've got the spawns coming up before they can make it inside as well because they were so far knocked away, so far ran away, honestly, from Fani there. Jockey, Hunter with the boom spit, going to get another attempt here. Of course, Ta's going to continue to bleed out. They've got some pills to pass him, but popping the pills consumes bonus as well. Zoe,
Hunter.
Blood, doing what he can. Trying to take the hero angle against the Hunter. Does find some chip for sure. About 70 points of it. Boom on the back line. Does find it with the jockey as well. Spit comes out. And they got a jock spit off of that. It's worth, I mean, this is dangerous. Even a hit like that didn't seem too crazy is going to get them perilously close to being out of Copa Peru.
Yeah, no, they have 108 points. They see if they find the extra set of pills. Let's see if Zoe knows about it. Yep, Zoe will grab the extra set of pills, so they'll get an additional 35 points now. So this helps them a lot. But what this does break off now is now that they have an odd number of pill points, the tie possibility is out the door unless they eat a set of pills. Just throwing it out there.
Okay. Quad is going to come in. Ghost hop on the charge. Hunter eventually finds, but they will get the quick clear. Charge running up for some smacks as they clear with pistols. Where is the damage? Where are the clears? They had no ammo left. They dropped down to 716.
They have 4 points to spare and all.
Points.
I don't think they're going to be able to pull it off. It was a great run, but there's going to come down to the second last hit, I think, will be enough.
Zoe? Zoe's standing still. She's getting smacked by combat. They lost.
Yeah. Zoe stood still. What was Zoe?
She got smacked like 8 times by combat and they lost. In comes the hit. All the same, Jockey lays her down. Hunter will still find Francis with the spit as well, and that would have been enough either way. But oh my god, what a neck-and-neck match. What an unfortunate way to see Noskillch Academy departing, but also you got to hand it to Yatagarasu. I would have said that they were the underdogs. Of course, they did have learning on their team here, but still, very impressive performance here against Noskillch. They're going to need to keep it up as they continue through.
This is it now. This is the last hit.
Sure is.
The call to go is here. Boomer finds a target. Charger taking the same guy. Oh, the clears were spot on. The smoker gets the pull, and they're going to come up about 112 points shy now. But what an impressive finish for this match. It's going to be a little less than that. That is going to be Yatagarasu getting the victory over Noskillch Academy. 3,855 to 37-39. And no GGs? Question mark?
The rematch.